Hello and welcome to the Dinosaw number 258, another 7 curious, interesting things I saw last week. So as ever, let's crack on. First one is the Unitree GD01, and yes, it is a mech warrior thing. So it is about 2 meters high by the looks of it, weighs 500 kilograms, that's half a ton in metric. And yeah, you can climb inside it and you can walk around in it. It has 2 modes. It's transforming. So this is its bipedal mode, and pay close attention to its fists. They are there for a reason because it can smash down walls. There you go. Of course you want to be doing that. Now, as I say, it transforms as well. So it transforms into a quadruped. Brilliantly, I think the seat looks like it's universal. So you can then just jump in it and drive it like that as well. So who wouldn't want to turn up to your work engagement or your mother-in-law's or whatever in this? Amazing. So if you do want one of these, not available just yet, but they do say it is production ready and will cost you about £500,000. That's £500,000, 650,000 US dollars on today's rate. So there you go. Interesting. This is research from Carnegie Mellon, and this is digitizing heat at a pixel level. Doesn't sound particularly interesting, but it kind of is. So they use non-volatile germanium telluride pixels. Now the non-volatile means you change the properties of the pixel and it stays like that. And then what you do is you attach electricity to it and it then glows with a certain temperature signature. So what that allows you to do is tune a surface, let's say a cloak, with a temperature. So you can then do things like thermal camouflage, or you can do these thermal barcodes. Thermal camouflage will allow you to stay out of the way of the predator, because you can then say, if I'm wearing this, set a sort of camouflage to have this temperature signature. So you could look like, for instance, you could look like a deer, or you could look like a lamppost, quite frankly. So that's very interesting. Likewise, you've also got these thermal barcodes, so you can then set those and forget them and then rewrite them again. So very interesting. Not quite sure where that's going, but well done, Carnegie Mellon University. This is the latest thing from ChatGPT, OpenAI, and they have a new connector for finances. So what that basically means is you invoke this connector, it will then attach or connect to your bank account, and then you can have a chat with your finances. It is read-only at the moment, so it can't write anything, so it can't essentially drain your bank account, but who knows? Who knows with these things? So there you go. So that allows you to do some financial planning. You can then, as I say, interrogate your finances to get some maybe insight out of it. Now, I wouldn't be caught doing this. Just no chance I'll be doing this. But if you do want to do this, you need to be in America at the moment, and obviously using ChatGPT Pro or above, and it will appear in your left-hand column. You would then just do @finances. So it will then invoke itself and tell you what to do. There you go. If you want to do that, I wouldn't. This is a mini computer in an Altoids tin. So this is hardware hacker and YouTuber exercising ingenuity. It's got a whole build. If you want to do any of this bits and bobs, it's got everything you need. The plans, the GitHub, all that sort of good stuff. If you do want to do this, you will need a Raspberry Pi computer. In this case, it's the 0W, which is the small one that has Wi-Fi in it. He built his own keyboard, even has a USB, and also has breakout pins as well. So those little pins on the right-hand side, if you want to then control electronics, you can do as well, which is excellent. So why would you want to do this? Absolutely no idea, just because we can, and that's why humans exist. So there you go. Very good. Well done. Love that. This is Supertonic, a little bit nerdy, but also quite cool. This is a text-to-speech model that you can also download on your computer, and it is useful for edge devices. This is me installing it live. So I've literally just downloaded it in my terminal. I've then got the Python. I've then run the Python script, which is available on the GitHub, and then it then outputs an audio file. You can then get that audio file and you can play it. And it sounds a little bit like this.
58, another 7 curious, interesting things I saw last week. So let's crack on.
Now, obviously, you might be thinking, well, we've been able to do this on a Mac or a PC for decades now, but that wasn't using AI and it wasn't using all the cool intonation and dynamic speech. It also has 31 languages and all that good stuff. So if you're a nerd, you want to do this on an edge device, this will run on a Raspberry Pi, then this is for you. Bit nerdy. This is Pixun, like what they've done with the name there, and this uses sunlight as the backlight to a monitor, which is a brilliant idea. So it's brilliant for 2 reasons. One is it obviously is energy efficient, and the second reason is it uses all the right wavelengths that humans like, rather than artificial wavelengths with the flicker, because it has no flicker. Now you're thinking, what happens when it's night? Well, it also has an artificial sunlight mode where it just puts nice wavelengths of light in through the fiber optic cable, and then when you're ready and it's during the day, you can then use your daylight again. So there you go. Even works in Scandinavia apparently, so it's a low light, should we call it. But there you go. Not available just yet, very early days, but you can see where this is going. What a marvelous thing that is. So there you go, that's excellent. And finally, we have the C-Flamer. As you can see, it is flames with color. Always wanted these, didn't know they existed, and now I do, which is excellent. Always wanted flavored flames as well, but I'm not sure I'll be tasting those. So this uses isopropyl alcohol and a unit that can then do all this sort of good stuff, and then it has dye within the flame that allows you to dynamically change that. It can have up to 5 colors, I think, and you can then alternate them like this. So that's very exciting. Obviously, don't use these in anywhere that's combustible, or obviously right outside their headquarters is where you should be using it, which is excellent. So there you go. If you ever wanted colored flames on demand that you can squirt in different directions, that's for you. Hopefully that was interesting. Hopefully it was useful. If it was and you're not subscribed, you know what to do, and I'll do another one of these next week.